Good morning, everybody. In today's tip, I want to talk a little bit about how I find answers to my own Elixir and Phoenix questions. The first thing to keep in mind, of course, is the documentation. Elixir has particularly good documentation. So like when you bring up the documentation for the language, you can find different documentations for the different packages like the Elixir library itself, plus the templating library and the unit testing library. When you're inside a specific library, you can start to type it out and you'll find different modules that implement the different functions that you're looking for. And when you find that thing that you're specifically interested in this case, the enum.member function, the documentation is really good about providing these inline examples for how things work, which has been extremely helpful. Now, when you get into Phoenix, one of the problems that I ran into learning Phoenix was really appreciating that Phoenix is made up of a lot of different libraries. And so when you go to the Phoenix documentation and you search for like content tag, you're not going to find it because it's not actually part of the Phoenix, project, the root project. It's actually part of, Phoenix HTML. So there you can find it. So just keep that in mind. When you do go to the root page of the Phoenix project, it'll list all the different packages. So if you have something to search for like databases, you can search Ecto and unit testing and templates and all those other things. The other one that came into line with this is plug. So Phoenix utilizes plug, and so understanding that plug manages the connection, and there are different functions that you will call within the plug connection library. That'll kind of come up. And then outside of documentation, I highly recommend checking out the Elixir forum. It's got a really good search engine and a good archive of knowledge. That's been really helpful. When you do break out to search for the web, you can, I highly recommend you kind of prefix your searches. So this happens so often for me, I actually have a shortcut for it. So if I do -EP, it'll expand into Elixir Phoenix, and that is done with an app called Text Expander. And then just kind of a heads up, so Stack Overflow, which I know historically is a good reference for a lot of technical folk, is not a particularly good source of knowledge for Phoenix and Elixir. You'll find some stuff there, but you won't find as much, so just kind of keep that in mind. And then finally, I'll mention the Elixir Slack, which is good, but is kind of a victim of its own success, in that it is so popular. There are so many posts a day, it's kind of hard to keep up. So, and it doesn't have an archive, so you can search it, but you're not going to search like the full history of stuff. So that's how I kind of find answers to my Elixir and Phoenix questions. Hopefully this helps. Thanks for watching.